How long are you going to keep on lying to yourself? You didn't come out to the ring last week to help Becky. You came out so you can be closer to me. And that's okay. Because I meant what I said when I said that I want to take everything away from Rhea Ripley. And that includes you.
Back off!
Hey, what's going on YouTube land? It's your boy TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I give my reviews on the WWE shows and PLE events. And today we are going to be reviewing Raw, June 3rd, 2024. And mind you, side note, this is actually Jade Cargill's birthday today. So happy birthday to Jade Cargill. And another thing, go ahead and give that like button a thumbs up, if you will. That helps my video push through the algorithm. Without further ado, let me just go ahead and get into my review. We open up the segment with the new World's Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan says that, welcome to the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, and she did something that none of the women in the division could do, and that's take out Rhea Ripley. And she put Becky Lynch into early retirement. She said that the highlight of the Revenge Tour was her kissing Dominic Mysterio because she meant what she said, and she wants to take everything away from Rhea Ripley, including him. So Dominic Mysterio comes out and he says, look, I don't know what kind of games you're playing, but I'm not playing the same game with you, and when Rhea Ripley comes back, she's gonna kill you. So mind you, as throughout the time of him saying this, the fans are booing him, so he keeps repeating the same thing over and over until he actually gets in the ring and finishes his statement. But then this is when Liv Morgan says that, oh yeah, she probably will, but she's gonna kill you too. And she says, look, you didn't come out there to help Becky. You came out there because you wanted to get closer to me. And I meant what I said. I want to take everything away from Rhea Ripley, including you. So she's all flirting with him and stuff and like grabbing all on his hair and rubbing him down. Finn Balor comes in and said, enough with this. Get away from him. He doesn't want anything to do with you. Neither does the Judgment Day. She says, now what if I don't wanna? More importantly, what if he doesn't want me to? I said, ooh. Girl, you was putting on the moves on him, girl. So she says, look, I'll go away for now. So then she just drops the mic and then she gets out the ring. But before she gets all the way out the ring, she's still rubbing on Dominic's head. This Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is something crazy. It looks like Dominic Mysterio isn't doing too much to like get away or back away from her. He's not really rejecting any of her advances. So like I said, it's giving real double agent, and he is definitely playing with fire between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. In our first opener match, it is Liquid Kaiser versus Sheamus. Did not expect Liquid Kaiser to come out so aggressive, because before the match even begins, he chop blocks Sheamus and then he beats down on his leg. Of course, Sheamus, being the proud man that he is, he says that he still wants to continue with this match. The bell rings, and the first half of the match before the commercial break, Liquid Kaiser is in firm control. He is working on that leg. The next half of the match, Sheamus gets a little bit more offense in than that. But towards the end of the match, he looks like he's going to hit the white noise to end the match. But, baby, Liquid Kaiser slips out. While Sheamus is on the second rope, he ends up slipping out, and then bam, he chop blocks that knee. Sheamus drops down, and then he rolls him up, 1, 2, 3. Liquid Kaiser gets a big win over a former WWE champion. Let that sink in. I couldn't believe it. He got a big win over Sheamus. This is a big deal. We're going to see where this storyline heads in the upcoming weeks. In this next segment, it is the Judgment Day, and Finn Balor is scolding Damian Priest, and he said, that's the problem, you're not doing anything, and da-da-da-da, and Rhea's not gonna like this. Yo, he said, you're playing with fire and don't get burnt, man. Damian Priest comes in and he says, so yeah, what's going on here with you and Liv? And then that's when Finn Balor says, no, everything's taken care of and things of that nature. He said, okay, so what about Rhea? So Don says that I'm giving Rhea some space, but we're good. I seriously doubt that they are. In this next segment, Ricochet is in the medical office getting his ribs tended to, and he basically still wants to continue with his match with Braun Breaker later on tonight. So Dragunov comes in and he wants to talk to him, and he said, look, if you trying to stop me, it ain't happening. I'm gonna go through with my match with Braun Breaker. And this is when Dragunov says that I didn't come in here to basically stop you. You know, we are both wired differently. And then this is when he said, yeah, we're both wired differently. Like, if I could walk, I could fight. So, to make a long story short, Ricochet says that he basically proved that he can hang with the best of them, even when he was about to be Dragunov. And he says that if you want to finish this thing that we got going on, it's going to have to be after I'm finished with Braun Breaker. That man got a lot of heart, and I think he got a lot more heart than brains, because how many times you gonna keep taping up them ribs, bro? Like, think about your health. In this next matchup, it is Finn Balor versus Dragon Lee. So the first half of this match, Dragon Lee and Finn Balor are kind of chain wrestling, going back and forth, which Dragon Lee is getting the better of up until the commercial break, and he dives out on him. But during the commercial break, JD McDonough distracts Dragon Lee, and this gives Finn Balor the unfair advantage throughout this match, and he is in firm control, beating him down and things like that. Towards the end of the match, Dragon Lee looks like he was about to win, but Carlito comes out and he pulls his foot off of the top rope and he gets straddled on the top rope. A little bit back and forth later, he tries to fight off Carlito and JD, and it works until he gets back in the ring. He gets hit with the drop kick and the coup de grace on 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor wins this match. So Carlito comes in the ring and he's celebrating with Finn Balor, and Finn Balor's like, let's beat him down. So they're beating up on Dragon Lee up until Rey Mysterio and Braun Strowman comes out, and they try to fight him off, but it does not work. He lays them out. And then he tries to do his choo-choo train or whatever you want to call it, where he runs around the ring and then boom, burrows through him. They get out of Dodge before that could even happen. In this next segment, it is the Judgment Day, and I'm going to just go ahead and make a long story short. Damian Priest says that if you want to be down with the Judgment Day, how about tonight you make a match with Adam Pearce against Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman? Are you kidding me? He said make that match tonight, and I'm all like, so, out comes R-Truth, and he says, oh man, Judgment Day, those were the best days of my life. When you're down, they kick you. You up, they kick you. But yeah, I look fondly at those moments. Best days of my life. So this is when The Miz says, we're the World Tag Team Champions, and those were the best days of your life? No, these are the best days of your life. They go back and forth, and R-Truth had the nerve to say, oh, you're obsessed with the Judgment Day. Let them go. And I'm all like, but you the one that brought them up. Yo, you talk about laying a Bizarro. In this next segment, it is Sami Zayn, and he says that Chad Gable been a thorn in his side since he won the Intercontinental Championship. He said that he wants to see him right now. This is when the Alpha Academy comes out, and they have a message for him. They said that basically they're all a bunch of worthless losers without Chad Gable, and that the only way this is going to end with Sami agreeing to an Intercontinental Championship match. And Sami says that he has it at Clash at the Castle. So he said that I want to talk to you guys anyway. He said, how long you guys are going to go through this with him? You don't owe him anything. Trust me, I already know where this leads to, and y'all need to get out while y'all have the chance. He does not determine the worth of you guys. Y'all need to leave while the getting is good. So he gets attacked from behind by Chad Gable, and Chad Gable keeps telling Otis that he needs to go ahead and, you know, pull the trigger on beating down Sami with him, and he is still reluctant on doing so. So Chad Gable is slapping him around at this, that, the third. So make a long story short, while they're all standing up for each other and they're not trying to beat down on Sami with him, But while Otis was turned around, Sammy accidentally knocks into Otis, and Otis knocks both Tozawa and Maxine Dupri on the ground. So then he attacks Sammy because he thinks Sammy did it, and Chad convinced him that he did it on purpose. So Sammy is laid out, and Chad Gable is standing over the body of Sami Zayn with the Intercontinental Championship belt. So that ends that segment. In this next segment, it is Bron Breakker, and he comes into the office of Adam Pearce. Bron Breakker says that congratulations to you because you finally gave me some worthy competition. He says, no. Adam Pearce says, the only reason why you have this match is because Ricochet insisted. Because at least with Ricochet, he understands respect. He said, no, I'm going to show you something about respect when I beat him down in the ring for you not putting me in the King of the Ring tournament. So he's still going on and on about that. That's his whole beef. So he's going to be in the ring with Ricochet later on tonight, and we're going to see what Ricochet brings with his injury. In this next segment, it is the Alpha Academy. Chad Gable is congratulating them on their, I guess, plan that they came up with to fool Sammy, where they feint their injuries and have Otis turn on Sammy. But Maxine Dupri is saying she can barely stand on her leg. Chad Gable said, you'll be okay. I was like, ooh. So then this is when he said, and you, Otis, you're my star pupil and I love you so much. We're going to win my championship gold and accomplish my goal. Yes, at Clash at the Castle. I'm like, you can't make this stuff up. In this next matchup, it is Bron Breakker versus Ricochet. Oh my goodness. It starts off with Ricochet getting the best of Bron Breakker in the beginning. And obviously, like, his ribs are still kind of hurt. So as he's like moving and shaking and doing his thing and doing his high flying moves and getting the best of Bron Breakker, he still is kind of like woozy. So then up until the commercial break, he was in control up until he wasn't. Then during the commercial break, Bron Breakker was in firm control, beating him down, and Ricochet still had some fight left in him. So he ends up battling back as well. So towards the end of the match, this is when Bron Breakker hits a Frankensteiner off the top rope. Then he hits a spear in 1, 2, 3. He wins this match. After the match, he tries to continue his beatdown on Ricochet unwarrantedly, and he kicks him out the ring. He tries to go for the steel steps, and the referees and officials are like, no, you put that down right now. So Dragunov comes out and elbows him right in his face. I said, see, that's what you get, because you sat up there and kept going. And he tries to throw the steel steps on top of that on him. But this is where the segment ends. We're going to see if Dragunov and Bron Breakker are going to fight each other or not, or where this is going to lead to, because I'm definitely invested. In this next matchup, it is Kiana James versus Natalya. To be honest, this match kind of went back and forth-ish and with like some chain wrestling here and there. But towards the end of the match, because this match only lasted like 3 to 4 minutes, I don't even think it made it to the 5-minute mark. Kiana James hits her 401k, and then 1, 2, 3, she wins this match. Mind you, this is Kiana James' debut match, and they couldn't have got another opponent for her. Nothing against Natalya, but you can hear a pin drop during this exchange between them two. And they didn't even put on like a bad match. It was just too short, and for this to be your first opponent, it's like, I don't know. I feel like they could have put up a better opponent for her debut match, that's all. In this next matchup is Braun Strowman versus Carlito. I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Carlito had no chance at all. Towards the end of the match, Carlito gets hit with a reverse chokeslam, and Braun Strowman wins this match. Even with the help of the Judgment Day, he could not beat Braun Strowman. Go figure. But he ends up getting beat up, or at least attempting to get beat up after this match. And Dominic Mysterio comes out to try to help, and Chop blocks him. Then he tries to, I guess, hit him with a steel chair. It does not work. He tries to get out of there, and he looks like he's making a beeline towards Dominic Mysterio, but Liv Morgan comes out to save him and was like, no, don't do it, no. So he's like, all right, cool, bet. So he gets beat up, and he winds up getting in the ring. JD McDonough has a chair, and he wears him out. And finally, the Judgment Day takes down Braun Strowman. Yo, Never thought I'd see the day that would happen. But Liv Morgan is still trying to put the moves on Dominic Mysterio, and he's all like, no. And Finn Balor, the ultimate cockblocker, because I was like, hey, calm all that down, well, you your hormones, girl. Get back up. So she's like, I don't want no problems. So, yo, we're going to see the development of this story between Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, but it looks like she is really showing that she's trying to, put moves on Dom. I don't You can't make this stuff up. And Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill is in the building. And all I could think was,
real bitches is in the building.
Looking bomb as in this next segment, it is Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I'm gonna be honest, right? I don't even remember half of what they were saying because I was just so mesmerized by how beautiful these two women were, to be honest, to be real. But basically, to make a long story short, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are on Raw because Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark invited them there. They called them out. So Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, in a nutshell, said that, oh, I thought you guys were ducking us because, you know, the tag team championships haven't been on Raw since you guys won the championships. Bianca Belair and Jay says, well, if you would win the championships, they would be on Raw. I was like, oh. They want tag team opportunities tonight. So Adam Pearce comes out and he says, do you guys want that tonight? Right now? Hey, it's official. Who am I to deny y'all guys? Hey, get a ref out here. So the match is on. In this next matchup, it is for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. This match started off with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill in firm control of this match all the way up until the commercial break. Then when the commercial break ensued, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler are in control and they're beating down on Jade Cargill in this match up until she gets the tag to Bianca Belair and then she runs wild. And towards the end of the match, it looked like Bianca Belair hits the KOD and she was going to win this match for her team. But Alba Fire and Isla Dawn ended up causing the disqualification because they came in and they were swinging on Bianca Belair. And they are trying to fight back, but to no avail. With 4 women in the ring against 2, it definitely was not going to work out in Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill's favor. So I don't know the direction they're going to go, but it looks like it's going to be a triple threat tag team championship match at Clash at the Castle, and I'm here for it. In this next segment, Jey Uso comes out, and I'm about to just go ahead and cut it short. He basically says that he wants to make everybody proud and really truly live up to his name, Main Event Jey Uso. So he said, this summer, my plan is to win Money in the Bank and climb that ladder and take down that contract. In this next segment, Live Vicarious says that when Becky is down and everybody is against her, that's when she really wins. That's when Becky really thrives because that's what real winning is, unlike Liv Morgan. And she says that I don't have to watch her world championship reign for a very long time, hopefully. So she says that also her plan is to become Miss Money in the Bank. That is still yet to be seen, but before the interview ends, she is attacked by Io Sky, and Io Sky is still livid and irate that she has lost the Queen of the Ring tournament to her, and she looks like she's holding a grudge. We're going to see where this storyline heads between these 2 women. In this next matchup, it is a tag team match. The New Day versus AOP. This basically was like a squash match. The New Day barely got any offense in. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut straight to the chase. AOP hits the, what a rush, I guess that's what they call it. It's like a suplex into a powerbomb. And 1, 2, 3, they win this match. And finally, we get to our main event. Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio. This match started off with Damian Priest in firm control, and he was dominating on Rey Mysterio in the first half of this match before the commercial break. Then we bypassed the commercial break, and Damian Priest is still kind of dominating this match up until Rey Mysterio get a little bit more offense in, and he's trying to battle back with Damian Priest. To make a long story short, towards the end of the match, Carlito comes out to try to distract, and it does not work because Dragon Lee comes out and he's, you know, beating down on Carlito. The rest of the Judgment Day members come out, they get wiped out. So then back in the ring, Rey Mysterio gets hit with the choke slam or South of Heaven, and 1, 2, 3, Damian Priest wins this match. After the match, Drew McIntyre comes out and he attacks Damian Priest and he lays him out. And then he takes out the members of the Judgment Day. And then when he gets Damian out of the ring, he tries to put him through the table, or at least, wipe the table off so that way he could put Damian Priest through it, but it does not work. He ends up hitting McIntyre with a South of Heaven or choke slam, whichever one you want to prefer it as. And he puts him through the table. This is where this segment ends. This Raw, I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it, but I don't know. It just had a little bit misses here and there. But other than that, I really did enjoy this Raw. Just a little, it is what it is. But comment down below, how did you feel about Raw tonight? Did you like it? Did you love it? The greatest show on earth? It was the worst. You could have did without it. Leave it in the comments, and as always, like, share, and subscribe, and all the other good stuff. I'm only 1 subscriber away from 100 subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but hey, everybody got to start somewhere. And help me grow my channel and all that other good stuff. And as always, peace, TJ, I'm out.